MK, and I am here with another Kit Conspiracy kit, and I am mixing it up with Mixed Media Mayhem. And today's layout, we are scrap lifting Missy Whidden again. We absolutely love all of her designs. So I have picked out these acetate leaves that I plan on doing. They're leaves and butterflies. I also picked out the blue tones or cool tones of the same style of leaves and butterflies. And then to add to it, I picked out the leaves rub-on sheet. And I did use a couple of these pieces already, but I plan on using a little bit more on this layout. Now, when I used it previously, it just wasn't on during this series, I guess I should say. I have one cute little photo of my little girl taking a break on a rock that happened to be at the bottom of some tree roots, which was really cool. And then I also have a bunch of elements picked out from the Tidal Wave die cut pack, as well as the rainbow pack of chipboard pieces that were there. So I've got some in all the rainbow colors. Now, Missy loves to work in rainbow, and I struggle with rainbow, but I'm going to try. So instead of picking up all the pieces, I'm just going to set them off to the side. And then I have this laser cut piece of all of these lace pieces. And then I have this beautiful striped piece of paper. And I love the fact that all the mixed media has already been done for me. And I'm not sure, I don't show you guys the name of the sheet. I apologize about that. I thought I did, but I don't remember what the name of it is. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the branding strip so that way I can just work with the piece. And then off to the side, I have all of my wood grain scraps. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 6 inches. And I'm going to leave the words on, say, explore and discover and all those outdoorsy kinds of words. I think that they're going to help a lot. And I'm going to trim my photo down just to the wood grain size. So that way I can have all those words hanging out over on the left. Now, I definitely could have put them on the right. That would have made a little bit more sense. But I, for some reason, just really wanted them on the left so that she was looking into all of those words. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and poke out, excuse me, poke out all of these lace pieces. And I do plan on using every single one of these on my layout. So in Missy's layout, she used tags and labels and things like that, or word, word pieces, word journaling spots, or word, I guess, journaling prompts would be the better thing. And I didn't have any of that stuff. I usually don't have any kinds of that stuff. And so what I planned on doing in its place is all of these lacy bits. So the lacy bits are going to end up being in place of her journaling prompts that she has. And it's so cool that she always has every color of journaling prompt. I love that, you guys. So anyways, once I figure out how I want all of my lace pieces to go, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing them down. I want them glued securely, so I'm going to use my liquid glue. And I cut them all in half so that way they didn't go all the way across, and I had multiple layers of lace to give that dimension that I'm looking for. Some of them are laid right on top of each other, some of them are staggered, and then of course the green isn't very prominent in this particular background, so I'm going to go ahead and put my green and yellow really close together, and then all of a sudden you can see that green in the background once I add that on there. So also trying to silence my phone, so I quit shooting my hand across the screen like that. I apologize. And then once I get all of this laid down, so this part was super easy. It's trying to blend everything else in that I struggle with, because I could have probably called this done. Put a title on it and said, hey, I like it, it's rainbow, and then been done with it. But I needed to keep going in order to what I feel like represent where it needed to be. So I just randomly scattered my lace all over the place, so that way it's, doesn't look like they're straight up and down. And then I've got all of these pieces, chipboard and cardstock, chipboard and cardstock pieces to basically just be scattered in along with all of these lacy bits. Now what I'm going to do, because I almost forgot, and that's what I do, is I'm going to take these rub-on leaves, and in each color, I'm going to put them on top of my lace piece. And then that way, out from the left side of my daughter's photo, it's going to look like she is laying on a bed of leaves. So I think it's pretty cool how this turned out looking. And I'm trying to look for leaves because there's a lot of leaves that are the same. And I'm trying to look for leaves that are not going in the same direction. But when I get to the cool leaves, I really like how long they are and the different sizes, even though they're all the same. So I start with the yellow one, and then on that exact same sheet, there's a beautiful orange one, and then there's a beautiful red one, but they're all the same leaf design. And but I really like how they stretch across the page, and they're really long. So I'm definitely reconsidering, cutting out another leaf, but they just didn't work like these ones did on just the same sheet. So I do end up using them. And the red one is going to actually come from the top of the page and down underneath my photo, as opposed to, being underneath my photo and popping up at the top. I just felt like it looked really good being different. And I considered doing the same thing with the dark blue one. That's why it's over on the right. But I'm not really sure if I do end up doing that or not. So I'm just going to go ahead and start putting down all of my leaves. And what I do is I try to put down all the ones that I can, so that way they don't overlap. And then I can just do as many as possible, with the picture removed, because it has to be out of the way. In order to be able to, streamline this process. If I just did one at a time and kept putting everything back, it just would have taken a little bit longer than I am looking for. And somebody keeps texting me. I apologize, you guys. It's like I'm recording. Do I ignore them? Is it important? I'm not really sure. But it's very hard to stay in the process when I just keep getting interrupted. So anyways, I think I should just D&D my phone. I think I should do that. So anyways, I apologize. I cut most of that out where I really have to pick up the phone and do some typing, but apparently I missed a few spots, so I apologize. All right, I am going to end with the yellow on top. I do have a very teeny tiny little green one right underneath the yellow that's really super green, because I didn't have a whole lot of green representation. But I also, like I said, I also didn't really want them to all be the same or the same length or anything. I wanted them to all be different. So, and this is pretty much the extent of the mixed media part that I'm going to do. I'm not really doing any wet mixed media. Now, this isn't the first time that I have done this. I don't mind at all using faux mixed media, which again, a pre-printed background works wonders. Vicki Boutin sells a ton of them, which I haven't. I'm bad at touching. I've got several packets, and they're still on a shelf, all nice and pretty. They look good. I'm not gonna lie, they look good. I just don't use them. And probably this is why, because I feel like when I have a mixed media Mayhem assignment, that I actually have to use the liquid instead of pre-printed. So yeah, I might throw in a bunch of pre-printed ones this go around. Also too, over on the right side of Missy's photo, she's got a little bit of green and a little bit of yellow. So I brought in that green and the yellow, as well as some of that dark aqua. So that way I had the same representations that she did. It's just I'm not doing the whole flowers and whatnot thing. I only had 2 of these little hearts left, and for the acetate pieces, I'm actually going to bring in some butterflies instead of more leaves. I feel like there is a great assortment of rainbow butterflies inside these packs, so I'm definitely going to use those. I'm going to add some twine into my tag holes, just because then now I'm bringing in that neutral color from the photo. Her photo is really, really dark, and she's wearing a purple plaid, or a purple, it's plaid, sorry, a purple plaid shirt. So, there's no purple at all on this layout. But I'm shocked. In all honesty, I'm shocked at how this layout came together. Because like I said, I am not very good at rainbows. And especially when it comes to, color coordinating them on top of each other, I just feel like they're forced. It doesn't come natural for me. And so this is a good exercise, but I just feel like it's too much all the time. I really do. It is a great way to use up your embellishments though, because I have to tell you guys, at the end of Kit Conspiracy, I have more embellishments than I do paper. And normally it's the opposite. Normally I have way more paper than I do embellishments. So, but we did start out with a huge kit. So I'm very happy with, my leftovers, to be honest. Very, very happy. All right, so I'm just going to glue everything down pretty much where I already had it in place. I did tuck a tag inside this oval frame, just trying to use up all of my pieces and fill in the frame. I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to do with the frame to begin with. I'm just not really sure. I did pick out one of those dark blue butterflies that actually had a little black in them, so it was a little darker. I really wanted a dark blue butterfly, and there really wasn't any. They were all aqua, or I've used them all, and so the black was a good representation of making that blue a little bit darker. And then, of course, I am just tucking in here and there these little butterflies and getting those color representations, adding a little bit more green over on the right-hand side. And then, of course, I wanted to add another green one just so that way it popped a little bit. I definitely wanted green in there, seeing how she's outdoors. And there's really no other color besides brown. But I didn't use any brown. I didn't ink. Yay, go me. I did not use any brown. I'm so excited. I'm sifting through the warm colors now. Bless me, I'm so sorry. Sorry about that. I'm sifting through all of the warm colors now. Now, I do not pick out, for some reason, in both of the packs, there are a couple butterflies that have the white acetate on them. I don't understand those ones. But each pack comes with them, so it must have been intentional. So I sifted all of those out, and now I am just trying to pick which butterflies I want. And yes, I do. That one went flying. It wanted its last flight before it got glued down. I definitely wanted to add some of these yellow butterflies because they're just so beautiful. And I do end up adding 3 pink ones, but I did bring another dark one up because, again, I had that... I have a lot of pink representation, but I didn't have that dark red representation. And so the black, again, helps me bring in that darker color that I was wanting on my layout. And that is what I have for you guys today. A dry mixed media layout. Again, I am actually enjoying having these faux mixed media layouts going on. It's a good indication that you don't always need to make a mess to make it look mixed media-y in all aspects. So I do love it. Plus I'm mixing all the medias. I mixed acetate with chipboard, with laser die cuts. I mixed medias. I just didn't mix wet medias. So, and no splattering. Wow, what's wrong with me today? I don't know, but it was super fun to do this layout, you guys. Some of the butterflies do get lost, but I like it because my daughter definitely will pick them out. She'll definitely take a look at this layout and absolutely love it because it is definitely her. Oh, and I forgot about her bright backpack. So anyways, here is Missy's layout once again. Thank you so much for hanging out with me during Mixed Media Mayhem. Be sure to check out all the Facebook group to see what everyone else is doing for Mixed Media Mayhem today. Also, too, Janet Fritz is hanging out with me for Kit Conspiracy again this month. She is also using Spectrum Noir. Oh my gosh, I keep saying that. Spectrum Sherbert 49 and Market Kit. I just don't know if she's using it today because we're only doing it on Thursdays and Saturdays. No, we're not. Thursdays, Saturday, Wednesdays. Anyways, I have no idea. Twice a week is when we're doing it. One of these days I'm going to have to look it up. Oh, it's right here in front of me. Wednesdays and Saturdays is when we are supposed to be doing the layouts. I'm working with it all month long when I can. So anyways, I am done for the day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate it. And I'll check y'all later. Bye.